Before getting started with the customization video for today, I want to talk about our video sponsor, and that is a program called Shadow. Essentially what Shadow is a remote gaming PC that allows users to play PC games on any rig at all from a remote location while streaming the gameplay and the inputs directly to their device from a far off data center. I'll keep it brief. This right here is my own machine running a game, and there's a lot of disbelief when I show this from some people, but it is true. And then this right here is when I actually use the Shadow program to stream the gameplay to me from the remote PC that is far more powerful than my personal rig. It's available for a very low subscription-based monthly cost, and I have been able to secure a discount for our viewers. So if you want to try PC gaming, even though I know that a lot of people are here for Red Dead Redemption 2, and that is currently primarily on console, but if you want to try, Red Dead Redemption 2 when it comes to PC, on the PC with a really beautiful setup, then you can try Shadow down below, and there are a bunch of other games that are available for PC only, and you can play this on any device at all, on a phone, on a tablet, on an old crappy laptop. It's available no matter what, so I urge everyone to at least just check out the service, just see if it's something right for you. Now onto the actual video, and this one is going to be all about customization, because on a surface level it may not seem like there is that much customization in Red Dead Redemption 2, but if you dig deeper, there is a great deal of it. To start with, there are a bunch of different unique locations to buy clothing specifically, and a lot of these unique locations have their own outfits. General stores in different regions often sell clothing, and then you also have dedicated tailor shops in major cities or in other places that will sell entire outfits and have unique items based on the region that they're in. The clothes come in multiple different colors, and you can select hats, accessories, jackets, shirts, ties, boots, anything really, and then you can make your character look the way that you want. But once you have, a decent library of these cosmetics, it's time to actually construct an outfit. The place where you're going to be constructing your outfit is at the chest at your camp, and it varies based on which camp you're at and which location you're in. But when you find the cosmetic chest, you go in there and you can select all of your different pieces and put together different outfits. Keep in mind that there is a practical value to these pieces as well. Some of them have different heat insulation levels, which means you can take them up into the mountains or into the desert, and different outfits will have different utility in different areas. You can store multiple different outfits on your horse, which means you can have your outfit that looks really cool. You can have something that is, not very susceptible to the frigid temperatures to hunt down certain legendary animals that are up in the snow biome. You can have something like that as well for the desert, and you can have a bunch of different ones for different purposes. So make sure that you're loading up your horse with different outfits, because there is a lot of utility in that. In addition to the general stores, clothing stores, and various tailors spread throughout the region, there is also a trapper, and he has multiple locations all over the map as well. He will sell you legendary cosmetic pieces based on the legendary animal pelts you've been able to gather, as well as a combination of those and various 3-star regular animal pelts. A lot of the outfits are geared towards snowy, colder areas because animal pelts are naturally geared towards keeping them warm. But there are some that are good in the hot biomes as well, and a lot of these look really, really cool. It can be a little bit tricky to get the regular animal pelts and the legendary pelts as well. You have to hunt down legendary animals and track them, sometimes use bait, and they can be hidden all over the map. And there is a special map that you get in the campaign for them, but I won't spoil anything other than that. And I do have a guide on hunting out there if you want to check it out on the channel. But once you get the pelts, it can be really worth it. Some of these cosmetics are really cool. In addition to the legendary pelts required by the trapper, you'll also get trinkets and various other tidbits from the corpses, which you can turn into the fence. And I've already talked about trinkets, but this time I want to talk about talismans. Talismans are much more complicated than trinkets. Trinkets are primarily gained just from the legendary animals, but talismans sometimes require side quest chains or various other activities and achievements and exclusive rare to find items. You combine multiple of these items together and you'll get talismans, and talismans have a physical appearance on your character, and you can customize which talismans you have equipped from the cosmetic chest at your camp. Personally, I only have one because they are exceedingly rare to find and you need a lot of different components, but they do have really good bonuses. Like mine actually ups the amount of time that I can have Deadeye active, and Deadeye is extremely powerful. So there are a few different talismans, and they have a physical characteristic on your character that can be visible to everyone. So having these does impact your aesthetic and your overall customization. That's why I included it. Next up is your horse, and a lot of people don't realize that you can do a lot more customization on your horse than you may think. You can change the saddle, you can change the bedroll, you can change the blankets, you can change multiple aspects like the stirrups or the pommel on the front of the saddle. You can change the horse's hair and its color, the braiding on the tail. There's a lot of different ways to do it, and all you have to do is visit a stable. There are a bunch of different types of horses in different sizes. I'm actually unhappy because my horse is too small. I want a big war horse, but whatever. You can customize a bunch of different things about it, and you can make that fit your overall aesthetic. So horse customization is something a lot of people just really gloss over and don't know is there, but it can be really fun to do. Lastly is weapon customization, and this is actually very important because it's not just aesthetic. Weapons can be upgraded to have scopes or longer barrels or various other things, improved iron sights that actually increase the utility of the weapon, and that's an important thing. However, they can also be engraved and augmented in various other ways for the aesthetics. You can change the metal, you can change the barrels, you can augment your knife and change it to gold or silver or nickel or iron, and it's a lot of realism to it. You're not going to be able to change them to crazy bright lemon green colors or something like that, but you are able to, put some really cool color schemes together, especially with your outfit and your saddle and your horse and all of that going on. Personally, I'm a big fan of the gold, the black, and the white, and all of those are available, so I customized all my different weapons to contain that, and then you can walk around with 2 of them equipped on your shoulders, as well as your customized knife and your customized dual-wield pistols. It really can complete the ensemble and give you a really, really cool cowboy look. Another side note is that you can switch your currently equipped weapons at the gunsmith, so that is something that you can very quickly do, and it also is much faster to clean your weapons at the gunsmith rather than using gun oil. It oftentimes costs less than buying gun oil, and they clean instantly. So it's a lot easier if you're going to clean all your weapons all at the same time to go to a gunsmith, and it's cheaper to do that. So don't necessarily always be using gun oil. If you're out in the field and you can't get to a gunsmith, then by all means go ahead. But that was just a side note about cleaning your weapons. Your overall outfit does have some bearing on your playstyle. If you do have something well put together to survive in the snowy areas, your cores, your actual stat cores, will drain slower. But if you're not equipped for that, you're not equipped properly, you're too cold all the time, your health stat core will drain much, much faster. So outfits have a definite utility purpose in the game, and also people will interact with you differently based on what you're wearing. If you're all dirty and you have a big beard and you have really grubby clothes on and a lot of them are scary, people will react in a different way to you in the towns. And for a lot of people that are more immersed in the game and really like the kind of complicated experience of it and the dialogue, that is something that you want to avoid. If you look really clean cut, if you have a tie on, if you have really fancy clothes, if your horse is all decked out, they'll have different dialogue. Sometimes they'll even comment on how cool your horse is as you walk by, and the whole world changes around you based on your appearance, not to mention the fact that there's a lot of tools available to let you look the way that you like to. So I figured it was worth it to cover it in a video. It is important to know that not only are there a bunch of actually purely cosmetic items, but physically upgrading your holster and your bandolier and all of your different equipment will also change its appearance. So you have these utility things that upgrade to decrease the rate at which your weapons decay or various other things that will also end up in the cosmetic category and change the way that your character looks. So every time you're upgrading a piece of equipment like your satchel or your weapons or your holsters, they will also change in appearance. So that's another way, yet another way, to have control over how your character looks. Over the course of the game, as you're completing challenges, side quests, and various other activities, you will continuously unlock additional cosmetics. Not only outfits, but various specific pieces of clothing or different upgrades to holsters or, various other pieces of equipment that will change their aesthetic and their look. So it's important to check in if you want to be customizing your character frequently. Check in often and find which pieces you've unlocked, because you will constantly be unlocking new ways to customize your character. For anyone out there that doesn't care about cheats, there is a cheat code to unlock every single cosmetic or vanity item in the game, and it's simply Vanity, all is Vanity. I'll put it in the description down below. I'll type it out. It'll be like way at the bottom because I personally don't really like cheats. And keep in mind, cheats will disable achievements and it will make it so you can't save your game. So it's important to only use cheats if you understand the consequences. But at the very bottom of the description, there is a cheat code entered through the settings menu to unlock every single vanity item in the game if that's something you want to do, and that way you can make your character look however you want without having to grind for anything. That's going to wrap it up. Again, a few words about Shadow. I know that currently Red Dead Redemption 2 is only on consoles, but when it does inevitably come to PC, it will be best experienced with a super powerful rig. You don't want to be trying to run Red Dead Redemption 2 or any other beautiful game for that matter with a crappy PC, because it doesn't do justice to what the developers have crafted. So Shadow overcomes that problem, and even if you have a really bad, let's say, laptop from 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you can still run Shadow as long as you have a halfway decent internet connection. I was wrong about a few things before about the speed and the location. This is a map of currently where Shadow is located in the US, in the red states, but it also is starting to expand in Europe, and more information can be found on their website. There's a lot of really good information out there if you want to check out this program. It remotely streams the gameplay to you from a data center, and you also get to take advantage of their internet speed. So they have 1 gigabyte download and 100 megabyte upload, which is like more than 20 times faster than the current internet that I use, and I can stream effectively. So it's really, really good internet, in addition to the fact that you're able to play games that your current machine can't. You can play on tablet, you can play on phone, a lot of different ways, but enough about that now. I strongly urge anyone that is interested in the slightest, or maybe is thinking about PC gaming, to check out the link down below. It can't hurt you. We do have a discount for upper echelon community members as well. Use code UEG at checkout and you'll get a concrete discount. So thank you to Shadow for providing us with that. Sponsors is one of the ways that I supplement the channel and make sure that I can continue doing this full time. So I appreciate everyone bearing with me. This is the best partnership I've been able to secure to date, so I'm really happy about it. And hopefully some of you guys are too, and it can help people. If you want to support the channel in other ways, you can check out the links down below. We have a Facebook community, a Discord community. We have our own website forums where we're trying to get things up and running and get more discussion going. You can follow my Twitch channel. I do live stream on YouTube now as well, and I'm figuring out what I want to do with Twitch, but hit the notification bell if you want to catch live Red Dead Redemption 2 broadcasts on YouTube or Twitch or anything else, and I'll stop rambling. Thank you for watching, and have a nice night.